Oh, g'day Joe and Chloe, it's Tom here from sunny Australia. I hope you're keeping well. No, I'm only joking. I'd never lose the British accent. Rule Britannia. Just thought I'd send you a lovely message from sunny, warm Australia. Despite what you think, it's actually fucking cold. I still remember the first time that I met Joe. It was our first year of uni. I knew Gary through the same course that we were doing, or some might know him as Gaz. He's the tall, skinny one with a pinhead. And I think I drank 12 cans of Strongbow, swore at all his housemates, which Joe found very funny. And I knew from that day he was just as obnoxious, aggressive and rude. Hence our friendship blossomed from that day. Joe, obviously being Joe, was a very kind, considerate human at university, always looking out for one another, and by that I mean bullying as many people as he could, not letting anyone use his pots and pans or cutlery, and generally just adhering to the stereotype of being incredibly short. But having said that, we had some absolutely excellent nights out in Leeds during our 3 years. And in fact, I think Joe was probably a pretty good contender in the reasoning for my incredibly low 2-2 in human geography, which I'm still incredibly proud of. And just talking about education, I'm sure Joe is also just as proud as his very poor educational history, such as his 2-2, maybe even a third in some sort of sports massaging, which he was very brave enough to also do a master's in, and secure a third for as well. So that's really paying some pretty serious dividends given his current career in software development. No, but in all seriousness, Joe is, genuinely a real piece of shit, and I absolutely love him for it. I remember when we graduated from university, obviously Joe was doing his masters for a bit, which, as I've spoken about, was a great success. I remember the first jobs that we had were in recruitment, and I think we were both on maybe sort of 13 or 14,000 pounds a year, which in olden days money, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, we were flying. But no, we really played up to it. 3-piece suits, going to lots of different bars, pretending we were the big I am, when actually we were in serious financial difficulty. Luckily, Joe had an excellent idea that we should get credit cards, which we subsequently maxed out in the first 2 days because we both bought road bikes, new suits, and went on the piss. But Joe was also very kind, and so was Chloe. Sorry, I've not focused too much on Chloe in this chat, mainly because I genuinely like her and have less comical stories on Chloe. But Joe and Chloe, they lived together before they were a couple, and I was lucky enough to live on their living room floor for about 3.5 months due to financial difficulties and generally being a bit of a tight ass. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun. Joe was even kind enough to support Chloe when they had a burglary, when Chloe was in. Joe supported her by staying at home with his parents and not really caring. Joe, Chloe, Matty and I subsequently all lived together in Kirkstone in Leeds, which was an absolute razz. All still working within Leeds. Joe and I had a particular routine, obviously being single, being ladies' men. We had quite a few things going on, such as staying in on a Saturday, drinking 24 cans of Foster's while smoking menthols out of the skylight and listening to Tina Turner, whilst generally taking our clothes off together. It first became apparent that Joe and Chloe were perhaps starting a relationship when my bedroom, which was next to Chloe's, I heard them having sex, so I thought maybe something might be going on. Lo and behold, when I heard the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, they still didn't admit it, but I was enjoying my time in my bedroom next to them. Jokes aside, Joe, you're my best mate. I think you're an absolute stellar guy despite everything that I've just mentioned. I've really missed you over the last couple of years. Can't wait to see you again. Chloe, you're an absolute standout girl. You're kind, you're compassionate, you have empathy, all the things that Joe necessarily doesn't lead with. So that's why I think you're such an excellent pair. I'm so gutted Tash and I can't be there for your wedding day. We love you both so much. We cannot wait to see you both when we're back in the UK, whenever that is. And don't worry, we're also going to be moving to Leeds so we can buy a house next to you and get fucked up. I love you both very much and I wish you all the best in the world. Big love from Australia. Congratulations. Oh, thank God I've done that. You what, mate? Oh no, I was just doing a video for one of my best mates back at home who's getting married to another really good friend. Joe Dawes? Yeah, he's the really short one with the beard and the pierced nose. Looks like an absolute knobhead. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you've seen him on the internet? Oh, he tried to delete those photos. Have you seen the one where he's bent over?
Joe, Chloe, congratulations, guys. Obviously really gutted that we can't be there to celebrate with you both today, but I thought I'd get dressed up nice and smart for the occasion nonetheless, to send you guys a little message on the big day. Tom told me that his message went on for about 25 minutes or something, so I'll make sure I keep this one short and sweet. I know that you really just want to get on the beers, and I mean, to be fair, I'd be really surprised if Joe wasn't already swinging his shirt around his head, aggressively dancing some truly awful tunes from the Glee soundtrack. When Gary asked us to send a video across, I was a little bit apprehensive. Obviously not being there on the day today, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to articulate how I truly felt and truly what a wanker Joe is. I mean, for example, I think I'm still traumatized whenever Hit Me With Your Best Shot comes on the radio, having had you sing it incredibly aggressively while throwing your fist in my face at least 4 times a week for the best part of the year on the way to the gym. And honestly, it wouldn't have even been too bad, except when we'd get to the gym, about 40 minutes of the workout would be Joe moaning about how much he didn't want to be there. And then you'd probably spend another 20 minutes in the toilet taking a shit. I've never been so unfit in my entire life. I remember when Joe and Chloe first got together, Joe, Chloe and Tom had very kindly let me live with them up in Leeds after I'd effectively been squatting in their spare room for about 2 months. I think they thought they should just put me on the lease and maybe get at least a little bit of rent out of me. It first became apparent to me that Joe and Chloe were romantically involved when my bedroom was directly underneath Joe's and I heard them having sex. So I thought something might be going on. They wouldn't admit it, but I suppose here we are today. But nah, Joe, what can I say? Top class, mate. Really can't put into words how happy I am for you both. You and Chloe are such a great couple together, and just really want to wish you guys all the happiness in the world, and hopefully we'll be able to get together to celebrate again soon. I'll just finish up by saying cheers with one of Joe's favourite beers, Carlsberg Elephant, because even though on the outside you might be really small, on the inside I know you've got a big heart like an elephant. So cheers. Laura, how do I turn this thing off?
Hey, congratulations Joe and Chloe, fantastic news. Joe, it sounds like you'll have to let someone use your fry pan now. Hopefully in the not too far distant future I'll get to raise a glass to your marriage in person. I'm wishing you a fantastic future together. Take care, Luke.